welcome to my channel that's all about helping you and your pet live the best life together. Today I'm going to be talking about cattle dogs, and when I say cattle dogs, I mean the breeds like Border Collies, Heelers, and Australian Shepherds, dogs that traditionally live on a farm and usually herd cattle. I have a 2-year-old Border Collie, Heeler, and Australian Shepherd mix, and you're going to see some clips of the things that she loves to do. One of the things that she loves the most is chasing the remote control car. She gets a really good workout and it's a lot of fun for her. And I'm going to be showing you some clips of her favorite things to do. I'm also going to be talking about, do these dogs make good pets in the city, how you can have a dog in the city like this, things that you need to consider and know before getting a cattle dog as a pet. But let's just get into the video. This is my dog Penny. She is about 2.5 years old. She is a Border Collie, Australian Shepherd, and a Blue Heeler. So she is a cattle dog. Traditionally, cattle dogs are used for driving cattle along by nipping at their heels. So this is what they were bred for, and they still do this. They're mostly considered farm dogs. They are dogs that require a lot of exercise to keep them happy and healthy. They're a working breed, so they do need a job. So it makes sense that you would think that these dogs don't do great in the city or in a small home, that they need a farm and a large area. And I live in a city and I have a lot of success and I have a very happy and healthy dog, and I want to tell you how you can use these cattle dogs or have these cattle dogs in the city. So herding this dog's nature. So this dog wants to have physical and mental activities and things to do. They are very intelligent. They're a very, very smart breed, and they can get bored very easily. So because they're so intelligent, they require activities that stimulate them both physically and mentally, something similar to herding. So you have to be able to provide this for your dog in the city. So I'm just going to talk a bit about what cattle dogs are like. They are very active, and they will get into trouble if they're not challenged mentally and physically. So when I say getting into trouble, I mean like disobedience, and they'll destroy your house, or they won't listen to you. They'll be really naughty, things that you don't want them to do. They'll bark a lot. They'll try and get all that energy out, and they'll get it out in a way that you won't like. So you can do something like agility with them. They're really good at agility. Penny is amazing at agility. She picked it up really fast, the running, the jumping, the going through tunnels and hoops and all that. So that's a really good option that you can do. If you don't find something, these dogs will get restless. As a family dog, they love to be a part of all family activities, and they can be, if they're socialized well in the beginning, they can be open and friendly and love large crowds, but they are a protector of their family, and they tend to bond more to one person than the whole family. Sometimes these dogs are considered a Velcro dog, because they always stay close to their one person. So if you want a family dog, just be aware that these dogs tend to find someone or pick someone out in the family that maybe feeds them or does train with them, or whichever dog they are bonded to most, and they will stick to that person more than the other people in the family. So as I said, they have their instinct to herd, and this is bred into them. So when they're young, they will nip a lot at your heels. Penny, my dog, nipped all the time. It took a while to get that out of her. While she was a puppy, I actually had scratches on my ankles from her nipping me. So you really need to focus on training with that. And if you have children, that's something to consider, that this dog will nip and will try and herd you or the other pets or children in the house. So when it comes to physical exercise, if you live in the city, you need to go on daily walks. There's no way around not going on daily walks. My walks are usually half an hour to 45 minutes long. Some other things that you can do: if you're a runner, this dog will love to run beside you, jog beside you, run beside your bike. You need to be able to let your dog go in open fields and open spaces to run off leash. In the city, there needs to be an area like a field or a park. I luckily have a lot of large parks in my city and off-leash dog areas that we can go to and run around. And so living in the city and around people, you need to make sure that this dog has very good recall, because you are going to have to let them off leash so that they can run. And you need really good recall. You need to be able to say come, and your dog needs to come back right away, just for safety reasons. And activities like fetch and frisbee. Penny is obsessed with fetch and her ball. She loves frisbee, not as much as fetch though with the ball. Activities like these are really great for the dog, and at home you're going to need to be able to have some sort of activity to do when you, on top of all the other stuff that you're doing outside, and tug is a great option, something that we do at home that really wears her out. So that's the physical exercise. Now, mental exercise is also something that you're going to need to provide these dogs. That can be in training. Penny loves training, just learning new tricks and learning new things, and she really has a lot of fun training and learning. You can also play kind of find it games or hide and seek games. This is a lot of fun. I'll hide toys or treats around the house or around the room, and then I'll do it while she's not looking, and then I'll let her into the room and she'll sniff it out and find it. So kind of nose work games and little games that where she uses her senses and her mind and her brain. You have to kind of make these games and teach her these games and then play them with her regularly. So that's on top of the walks and the exercise, the frisbee and all that. If you don't do this stuff, your dog will get bored, and that will come through in chewing, barking, and pacing. They're all signs of boredom. Destruction to anything in the house, excessive barking, excessive pacing. And all of the signs of boredom and the destruction will go away with more exercise, both physical and mental. So a little bit about the details of these dogs. Cattle dogs usually weigh anywhere between 30 to 50 pounds. Penny is about 33 or so pounds. Females are usually smaller than males. Penny is a female and she is on the smaller side. They usually have short, straight coats that consist of many different shades and even a shorter undercoat. So they do shed quite a bit, but it's pretty easy to maintain, just giving it a regular brush and a grooming to remove the old hair and encourage new growth. Their fur is on the tougher side, and they do fairly well in harsh weather conditions like rain, snow. Penny loves the snow. She never seems to get cold, and they can do well in extreme heat as well, but I noticed that Penny really enjoys the cold over the heat. She prefers winter over summer. She gets hot quite a bit in summer, and we don't have too hot summers here. So these dogs, their appearance and their color is often called red or blue, but the patterns and markings can vary depending on the individual dog, and you can often have a mixture of the two, red and blue. Penny is a little bit of a mixture of the red and the blue. She's also not a purebred, heeler, or border collie or Australian shepherd, so that's why she has a little bit of a unique look. But all of the breeds that she is are cattle dogs. They all have these characteristics. So do these dogs make good pets? This is a tough breed, both mentally and physically. They are very independent dogs. They will need to be well socialized from a young age. They will need training right away from a young age. And they have that strong herding instincts and that need to have a job, to have something to do. So they are a tougher breed. They're naturally very intelligent, and that adds into making it a little bit difficult and a little bit more work. You can't just kind of forget about them for a day or be gone for 8 hours straight and not get them doing something. They have a really great personality. They're really friendly. They're very loyal, and they really love their family and the people that are with them. They're not too crazy and friendly with strangers. They're friendly, but they're not overly excited to be around new people. They're very loyal to their people. They are clever and enthusiastic. They can become a bit obsessive. Penny can be very obsessive with her ball and with fetch, so that's just something to be aware of. Like, we kind of have to hide the ball sometimes, or else she'll just stare at it or bark at it and say, let's play, let's go, let's do it. But that's also her needing her exercise. And you're going to need to know how to train your dog or work a lot with a trainer one-on-one. You need to be very informed in positive reinforcement training and keep a regular training kind of routine. Their lifespan is about 10 to 13 years, but they can also be seen to living around 16 years old. So they live for quite a long time. So now you might be thinking, is this the right dog for me? You need to make sure that you are prepared to give your dog the attention that it will need. So I hope that I've made it clear that they do need a lot. They need more than some other breeds, definitely more than the average breed. You will need to socialize the puppy very well. You need to keep your dog healthy by both using mental and physical exercise. And it is important to dedicate a lot of your time to training, not when they're just a puppy, but throughout their whole life. It's best when you give these dogs a job to do any job. So naturally their job is herding cattle. And if you can't do that living in the city or not on a farm, you're going to need to find another job. This job can be simple, like fetching, playing with the frisbee, keeping you company on your morning run, or competing in agility contests. So whatever you want to choose, whatever kind of activity, think of it more like an activity that you're going to do with your dog. Whatever you want that to be, that's going to be your dog's job, and they're going to take it very seriously, and they're going to want to do it and really enjoy it. This is a dog that needs to be busy. So these are some things that I do to keep my dog busy. As you can see, we take the remote control car out and we run her, and she chases it. She almost herds it. She has a lot of fun. She loves it. She gets so excited when she sees it come out of the closet. It's unbelievable how she almost knows when we're thinking about taking it out, and she'll get excited about it before she actually sees it. She reads her mind that we are going to take the car out, and she becomes obsessive over it. We also go to the local dog park several times a week. This is where she can off-leash, run wide open spaces, and play with other dogs. We try not to bring the ball or a frisbee or anything, because then she'll just focus on the ball or frisbee, and we want her to socialize and play with the other dogs. If you are unable to go to a dog park or a place like that, it would be great to take your dog to a doggy daycare. So enroll your dog, and every few hours a week, just drop your dog off, let your dog socialize, have fun, and then pick your dog up. This is great if you work longer hours or your schedule is kind of unpredictable. Dog daycare for these dogs are really great if you live in the city. Again, we do then fetch and we do frisbee in the backyard. We have a decent sized backyard, nothing huge, but enough to play fetch and frisbee in. We do the find it games inside, tug inside. In the summer, we go to the lake, do lots of swimming. She's only 2.5, so just last summer she really started to enjoy swimming. The first summer she didn't like it at all. This summer she was jumping off the dock, catching balls and frisbees, bringing them back. She really enjoyed it, and she was super tired, so swimming is a great activity to do if you live near a lake that will allow dogs off leash. Lots of walks and hiking in the summer. We do a lot of variety, new walks, new locations. We drive around to new parks, new hikes, new things, so it's not always the same all the time. And also biking in the summer. She loves to run by the bike off leash. So again, we're lucky we have a lot of off leash areas. Run along next to the bike, and she has a lot of fun. That really tires her out as well. So those are a lot of things that I do to keep her busy. I live in an area where it's snowy in the winter and cold and wet and nice in the summer, so a lot of these activities can only be summer activities, but in the winter we do the remote control car and things like that. And yeah, she's a great breed. It's really fun to have her, and you just need to make sure that you're giving her the job and the activity and thinking about her mental and physical exercise. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.